I'm 53. It has been several years. Where are all the good men? I'm tired of being alone. I want to share my life with someone. I am just freaking tired. I want to be in love. I want to share my life with someone. I want to feel the joys. I want to have my hands held. I want to be held. I want to kiss. I want to support. I want to make coffee with that person. I want my person. I want my person. Why is it so hard to find your person? I'm tired.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Gender Chronicles. It is a cruel and confounding world where women find themselves clutching at phantoms, lamenting over the emptiness of a promise whispered by culture, but rarely fulfilled by the raw elements of human nature. I have heard, and so have you, the female question uttered like an incantation, with equal parts desperation and disdain. Where are all the good men? Where is my person? And how often it echoes, from apartments littered with the quiet hum of televisions that preach love fantasies, of Facebook and Instagram that fashion make-beliefs, to cafes where weary sisterhoods commiserate over their fractured hopes and unrelenting inner torment. The female question, as posed, is not without a certain arrogance. It implies a suspicion that goodness is a scarce resource, a commodity in such short supply that only the most resourceful, the most beautiful, or the most deserving might obtain it. And yet the irony is devastating. Good men are everywhere. They are not hiding. They are merely unseen. The sisterhood has no eyes for them. The trouble begins with the female lenses through which they choose to see the world. It is no secret that modern female desire, shaped and contorted by the whims of culture, often demands what is exceptional and neglects what is steady. The female myths of romance and fulfillment are written in extravagant tones. He must be tall, wealthy, charming, making me wet just by looking at him, and above all, a king among ordinary men. That he might also be kind, patient, loyal, and generous becomes a footnote, a pleasant addendum to qualities deemed more essential. But goodness, the real and uncompromising sort, rarely dresses itself in glamour or spectacle. For it is the man who drives the truck through the night, his hands calloused from labor, his mind clinging to the memory of children he sees only on weekends. It is the man who rises before dawn to drive a bus, ferrying souls from one point of desperation to another, while his own dreams remain elusive and unspoken. Ladies, good men are there, mending the broken pipes that sustain your warmth, bracing the beams of buildings you enter without thought, and paving the roads that stretch out like veins of industry and commerce. You thoughtlessly drive on these roads in the vehicles that they built with their bare hands and masterful craftsmanship. They are not absent. They are disregarded. Women like you disregard them. And that disregard is not incidental. It is intentional. It is not that they are not seen, but that they are looked past. Ladies, you remind me of something essential about how you conceive of value. For one, you live in a society where the loudest voices preach empowerment and independence, where you equate the notion of needing a man with weakness. And yet, beneath that rhetoric lies a troubling dissonance. For many women who speak of being unable to find a good man, there is a fixation on qualities that are, by their very nature, exclusionary. For you ladies, it is not enough for a man to be good. He must be impressive. He must spark a feverish delight. He must be tall enough, strong enough, wealthy enough. But perhaps most of all, he must be able to incite in you a sense of rapture, a chemical romance that mirrors the artificial constructs fed to us by a culture obsessed with spectacle. He must drive you wild, blow your mind, make you lose your mind and bearings, cause you to shiver. He must cause chaos within you. Ladies, you ask, where are all the good men? But what you are really asking is, where is the man who will fulfill my fantasies? A good man, an honest man, rarely appears as a prince. More often than not, he appears as a man whose work goes unappreciated, whose kindness is mistaken for weakness, and whose reliability you dismiss as boring. The tragedy of this question is not only in its asking, but in the manner by which so many answers are discarded. A good man is not enough if he does not arouse, if he does not meet the exacting standards set by fantasy and myth. And so, he becomes invisible, his goodness masked by the plainness of his existence. You see, ladies, goodness is not always thrilling. It is rarely glamorous. It often wears the weary face of a man who has spent his strength on duty and labor, rather than on the adornment of his own image. But such goodness is what endures. It is what sustains. And when you ignore it, it is not the good man who suffers most, but you who insist that he must also be dazzling. What strikes me most about this question, posed so frequently and with such unrelenting frustration, is the blindness it reveals. It is not that good men do not exist. It is that they are not what you have been taught to desire. They are not romanticized in the songs or depicted with splendor in the films. They are ordinary, and to be ordinary in this culture is a kind of sin. Perhaps the real question is not where the good men are, but whether you are willing to see them for what they are, rather than for what you have been told they should be. It is a question of perspective, of humility, of humanity, and of confronting the possibility that what you seek is not at all what you need. I can assure you, ladies, what you seek does not exist. Good men are everywhere. They are found in the quiet dignity of labor, in the steadfastness of commitment, in the simplicity of kindness offered without expectation of reward. They are present in the places you rarely look at and in the moments you rarely cherish. The tragedy is not that good men are so hard to find, but that you, ladies, find it easy to overlook them. Or worse, overlooking good men has become part of your second nature. If you found this video insightful, please drop a comment. Hit the like button, subscribe, and share with your loved ones. And let's keep the conversation going and change the world one video at a time. Thank you for watching.